What simple life hack should everyone know? If you put something down temporarily, say out loud, "I've put the screwdriver by the microwave," or whatever. This engages many more areas of the brain, particularly the language centers, which creates a richer memory, making it less likely you'll forget where you put it. In a similar vein, I will say it out loud when I turned stove burners off, unplugged my hair straightener, etc. I've found this helps me eliminate those moments where I leave the house or am in bed and am suddenly like, did I leave that on? If there's a jar or container you can't open, run the lid under hot water for 30 seconds. Dry it so you can get a good grip, then open. Never had this not work. Some pretty good stuff on here. Not necessarily a hack per se, but learn some basic knife skills. The amount of time you will save chopping vegetables a few times a week, minimum, for the rest of your life far outweighs the amount of time it takes to learn. Plus you can use the extra time to keep the kitchen clean, and that makes everything less stressful while you're cooking, and makes the cleanup faster as well. This went in a very different direction than I expected after reading knife skills. Honey does not go bad. If it has gone solid, it has just crystallized and can become liquid again with just a little heat. Turn your bed mattress when you renew your blanket. Through time your mattress will deform, and that can make you sleep worse. Edit. Some mattresses have a specific side and top that they need to be. Thanks for pointing that out, you/shaved ape. Sometimes changing your pillowcase daily can help with acne. I use a clean t-shirt over my pillow to accomplish the same effect. If you want to wear something white light in color, wear underwear that matches the color of your skin, not white or light gray. It hides better under white than white does. To confirm which circuit breaker is associated to an outlet, plug in an old radio and turn the volume up before you flip the circuit breaker. Regularly change the oil in your car on time. Do it. Will help it last longer. Read the 3 and 4 star reviews for the most reliable information on Amazon items. Whenever you have a time to be somewhere, aim to be there 15 minutes early to allow for time snags or for traffic. People respect punctuality. Tell the people you love that you love them more often. When moving house, always set up your bedroom/make the bed first, so when you're exhausted and just had enough you can fall into bed. Nothing worse than being exhausted and having to make the bed before getting into it. If you ducked up, admit it, unless you are talking to cops, but in most situations just admitting how you were wrong and accepting responsibility is so much easier than trying to blame someone or something else, or make up an excuse when you own the mistake. It puts the onus back on the other person to accept that. Be mature and move on. If you try and deny or shift blame, it forces that person to examine those reasons, and if they are BS, come back at you, dragging the process out and leading to unpleasant call-outs and confrontations. If you bring something to someone's house that you don't want to forget, put your keys with it, assuming you can trust the people there. Also, get a tile or similar Bluetooth device so you never lose your keys or phone again. Manners and general politeness will get you far and become the norm with but a small amount of practice. I'm not talking overboard, laddie, but a simple please and thank you with a genuine smile. The easiest way to remove bloodstains is to use bar soap and hand wash it. Works better than using laundry detergent. You will often have to make decisions in life without being able to know all the information related to the choices. Being able to identify what you don't know is invaluable. It allows you to make assumptions and contingency plans. If those assumptions fail, I want to slap every person that quips. If you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. You cannot function in life without making assumptions. The trick is to identify them as such, so that you can be better prepared when they are resolved. If you want someone to get more mad, you tell them to calm down. Always poop on company time. This way, at the end of the year, you will have earned like 2 work days paid by pooping. Hence you will be a professional pooper and also less money spent on toilet paper at home. If you want to open a glass jar, like jam, pickles, and the lid won't move, place a spoon with the tip under the edge of the lid and pull the spoon upwards. The lid will bulge, and you can open the jar. Brush your teeth more thoroughly before bed, after you are done eating and drinking for the day. Morning brushing is important too, but more so for fresh breath, while evening cleaning will prevent bacteria from breeding and damaging your teeth and gums. Don't buy things you can't afford. When you're cooking, and the recipe calls for onions and garlic, don't put the garlic into the pan until the onion is nearly translucent. Garlic cooks way faster than onions do. If you throw them in at the same time it won't taste as good / the garlic will burn. It literally takes 30 seconds for minced garlic to cook. Also, if you're a home cook, sharpen your knives often. Thought of a few more tips. Love chives and parsley in your eggs / omelette / anything else, but hate the hassle of cutting them / using the herbs before it turns? Get dried chives and dried parsley instead. It rehydrates quickly in sauces / eggs and tastes the same. It's also way cheaper. This tip can apply to a lot of herbs. While fresher is always better, dried is often still delicious, while still being in a student budget. Add a bit of vinegar to your beans if you're making anything benny. A lot of home cooks think that vinegar is gross, and it is by itself, but a dash of vinegar can really make beans, sauces and marinades pop. Turn natural peanut butter, the ones where the oil separates and you have to mix it, upside down for a few hours. It will bring the oil to the top and make it a lot easier to mix. Then, after you mix it, put it in the fridge and the cold will solidify the oil, so you don't have to mix it again. Edit to a few points. Natural peanut butter doesn't solidify to a point that it's hard to spread when cold, so that's not something you have to worry about when storing it in the fridge. To the person who said just buy emulsified, I mean sure, but Adam's peanut butter is best peanut butter, and I know someone was going to call out my alad, haha. Don't take life advice from internet strangers. Go on. Mask, glasses, no worries. Use dish soap and wash your glasses with it. Here's the catch. Don't use water, just wipe off the soap with a soft towel and fog is no more. If you accidentally have caps lock on, instead of deleting it and starting over, you can highlight the caps and hit shift and F3 to switch it back to lowercase. Edit, thanks for the awards. Because so many people are asking where this works, I know for sure it works in Office, Outlook and our internal system at work, but it's not universal. Sadly, I couldn't say where it doesn't work. Alt plus F4 also helps remove the errors. If you're in a public restroom having to poop and are using an automatic flushing toilet, put a bit of toilet paper over the motion sensor at the back. This will prevent it from flushing before you're ready, which might scare and/or splash you. Also, a tiny bit of paper on the water itself will prevent the splash when you drop your poop. Just remember to take the paper off when you are done to initiate the flush. Mostly applies to the USA. Eat Cheetos with chopsticks. One time I got trashy high and drenched a bag of flamin' hot Cheetos in chocolate syrup and ate it with chopsticks. Not my finest moment, but alas, not my worst edit that was supposed to say really high, but in Mackie Pit BC it still fits. If you throw a house party where you, as the host, plan on getting quite drunk, start the cleanup while drunk. Trust me, waking up to a clean house when you're hungover is fantastic. Drunk you will barely remember, and sober you have so much less to worry about in the morning. And if you do it near the end of the night, a few others might just help out cause they are drunk too. If you use a bidet, you'll never have to worry about running out of TP during a global pandemic. No one actually knows what they're doing. Seriously? Pay your bills when they arrive, not when they are due. Banks, credit card companies, mortgage lenders, utility services, etc. Absolutely love it when people wait until the last minute to pay their bills. When I signed up with my bank, I read the agreement and got the personal banker to concede that yes. They made a lot of money off late fees. They are not alone. The thing is, paying your bills when they arrive doesn't cost you anything extra. If you can get into the habit, you'll always be ahead of the curve. And if something comes up which necessitates you holding off on a bill, you've got a couple weeks to figure it out. It also relieves a considerable amount of stress. It's a bit like homework. Don't put it off until the last minute. Get the assignment done when the teacher gives it to you. In a pinch, the seat belt in your car can be used as a bottle opener. Don't discuss politics at work. Life is not a rehearsal. When you're in a group of people and they start laughing, see who looks at each other. People look at the people they feel closest to when laughing. You don't actually need to keep contact with your family. If a relationship with them causes any anguish, you're allowed to cut them out. Their failures aren't yours. Become attractive in the world as your oyster. As soon as you wake up, drink 2 pints of water, about 1 liter. It will wake you up like caffeine and get you pooping in about 30 to 45 minutes, like clockwork. Then when you try to catch the train you gotta pee. You can write 2 F's together and cross them both with the same line. It's super stupid, but you'll look classy as duck. Great trick if you're a teacher or have to write on a whiteboard for some reason. That's so specific I would probably spend more energy looking for an opportunity to use this than I save by doing 2 lines in the FS instead of 1. Every public bathroom becomes a private bathroom when you start shitting in a urinal. If you can maintain eye contact with the checkout lady during the entire transaction, anything you hide on the bottom of your cart is free. Glue a tiny mirror over the picture of you on your driver's license so when you hand it to the police, they get confused and arrest themselves instead. Edit. OMG. Thanks for the awards, guys. Confession, I stole this from an old Twitter post. Cops hate this one simple trick. If you want to save time, don't have kids. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.